Welcome into this Monday edition, Blue Sky Live, here with you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal, McCready back in the Clark Ford studios. Mr. McCready over there is back from his vacation to New York for a few days. It wasn't a vacation. Ole Miss played St. John's on Saturday. We'll probably get to that in a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of football to talk about today. Ole Miss officially in the college football playoff, the 6th seed facing 11 seed Tulane at 2:30. Been a good time slot for Ole Miss this season. 2:30 on December the 20th. That's a Saturday, one of 3 games, a triple header there on that Saturday for opening round games at college campuses, including here in Oxford. So we'll talk about that. We'll look at the bracket. We will hit on a number of different topics related to that here today on a show brought to you every day by Blue Sky locations all over the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55 throughout North Mississippi as well. They will take care of you for all of your fuel and fill-up stops, as well as, again, Sweet Daddies at most of those locations, brisket, pulled pork, lunch specials, desserts, side items, and plenty more available there. New stores popping up all over the state of Mississippi. One in Grenada recently, Parham. They've got their fuel and car wash set up here just in the past week or two. So tons of options to help you travel the state of Mississippi, and again, in the Clark Ford studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi. 662-257-1900 is the number. Call it. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours, right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do. And that is hop into a Clark Ford today. 662-257-1900. Guest join on the Campbell Clinic hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111. I'm going to fix your light. I have a replacement light.
What's wrong?
But we used the light for a McCready and Siskey somewhere, somehow, and I don't know where the light is since then.
Oh, I knew there was like something off, but I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. That one's been sort of fritzed out for a while, so it's okay. I mean, it just looks like we set a little mood in here. We've got a little, just, ooh, there we go. That's bright. I'm bad about that because I don't recognize when lights are off. People think we're weird all the time in the baseball press box because it's just media down there. It's not very many people. And a lot of times I don't like the lights on. I'd rather them just leave the lights off in the in the press box. Sometimes I go, "Hey, you want to turn this on?" I'm like, "No, not really. That's kind of bright and fluorescent."
So they turned the lights on in the plane yesterday. Like, we've begun our initial descent, so let's crank the lights on. And I was like, dude, I was just now falling asleep. Come on. What are we doing?
Oh, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I love New York. I enjoy.
You should put that on a shirt. Maybe it'd sell.
I enjoy New York. I can entertain myself. I'm very independent in that way. I do not require company.
Prefer against it, actually.
Often, many times, I'm very pleasant. Yeah, I took a nice walk through Central Park on Saturday by myself, and yeah, I did. I walked a lot. My legs were almost sore from walking, and I walk a lot anyway.
Oh, really?
But I walked a lot. I had a good time. I walked to the Garden on Saturday night, covered the game, walked back.
You went to Book of Mormon?
I did go to the Book of Mormon. Phenomenal show.
It's a good choice, right?
It was perfect for me.
Okay. I thought you would laugh and it wouldn't be too heavy.
No, that was my speed.
Yeah, it doesn't have a ton of, like, the subtext doesn't make you want to pull the grit out of your teeth. Like, it's a good speed.
And I can laugh at something and not be offended.
Correct. Yes.
A lot of people get so offended by everything, and I'm not. You have to work really hard to offend me.
I've told you, I think that's the number one I would like to see a second time because I was in a bad mood when I watched it, and I know it affected my mental state of just laughing at it and enjoying it. It's one I'd like a do-over.
Yeah, some of the subtle stuff was hilarious. I mean, I cried laughing. I think I told Jeffrey that was I understand why he likes it as much as he does. I started to go to a second one on Friday night, just a different one, but I was like, frankly, Friday I got tired.
What were you considering?
I thought about going to the Outsiders.
Okay.
There was like one ticket left, which was I could have done it, but it was going to end up being $300, and I was like, do I really want to spend $300 right here this close to Christmas on me? I almost went to the Knicks game. Saw the Knicks Jazz tickets dropped, but I was like, no, I decided I ultimately went to sleep, which is what I needed to do. I was really tired. As you well know, it's been a long, as Pete Golding said yesterday, it's been a long month and a half. As he said that, I was like, yeah, truer words, my friend. Yeah, and I had walked, I think I had walked like 8.5 miles at that point that day, and so I was a little tired, and so I crashed.
Yeah, we'll get into so much today, but it's funny you said that because as I'm listening to Pete, watching Pete yesterday, so as everybody's aware, he canceled his Wednesday press conference. Said he wanted attention on players. They were still doing a lot of staff shakeup. Probably had a lot of questions he couldn't answer that day too. Yeah. I think there was a logistical part that everybody was really overlooking and trying to come up with alternate explanations for. And he had a kind of a CFP mandated Zoom yesterday. All the different CFP teams had Zooms at different times in the day. We've got coverage of John Sumrall's up at the site at Rebels 24/7. Also, have been saying, forgot to say it, Venmo link on the screen. Don't feel like you have to use it. We're not asking for anything, but if you'd like to do that instead of Super Chats, capitalize Venmo so I can see it. I would appreciate that, and we'll get to you as quickly as possible there on those comments. So I'm laughing a little bit as Pete is talking yesterday because it wasn't purposeful, and it's not why Keith Carter hired him, but it is very much you have the breakup and you go with the exact opposite for your next significant other.
Yes.
If you had the attention seeker and the flamboyant, it was the girl next door all of a sudden. It was 100%. The brunette next door, because as he's talking, you're going, you could not be more anti 180 from Lane Kiffin if we built a robot in a lab somewhere. These two humans in every way but want to win football games could not be further apart as he's talking.
And in the last few weeks, Lane is, as how do I say this nicely, deteriorated
into even more of a cartoon.
Yes, into this attention-seeking, validation-seeking. He needs, if I were advising him out right now, I would advise him to steer into the villain role.
Lane?
Yeah. I'd say
just be Darth Vader at this point.
You're there now. Yes. The only way you're going to win the PR battle here is if you become Darth Vader and you just kill everybody. I mean, just you wave this big lightsaber and you just cut everyone's heads off. I mean, that's it. Otherwise, you lose. And so right now, you're at a time when the only way you win on the 20th is if Ole Miss loses. And then you kind of lose then because
you caused it in a way.
Yeah. So my advice to him, and this would be, he wouldn't be able to take it, is shut up.
Well, I mean, his agency told him to shut up on Saturday. He was supposed to go on game day, and I've got it very well sourced. He canceled the appearance because ESPN was going to try to get some credibility back with questioning that day. Because they were telegraphing it. Like Reese was almost hostile on Friday about we can't wait for him to get here tomorrow.
Well, I told some people this. Don't get me wrong. So let me make sure I say this properly. I don't count. Okay, me. Mm-hmm. This one media guy in Mississippi who's been highly critical of ESPN journalistically. I don't register at all. I'm not even throwing a boulder into the water. But if you have a few hundred of me all over the country that start to talk, there is some power in that volume. And I think ESPN was beginning to hear it. And then they were getting criticized by some big people who do count. I don't count. No one hears me.
But the ripple was getting big.
But they hear Dan Patrick. Like, no one
Chris Lowe started going after him.
That's what I mean. No one hears me, but they hear Ross Dellinger.
Yeah.
No one hears me, but they hear Mark Schleybaugh. They hear Chris Lowe. They hear Mike Griffith.
And they hear internal people. So internally, they kept going, hey, guys, no, I'm not going to be associated with this ruse.
Yes. And it's like, who are you kidding? You guys didn't fool anyone. It was, and if you had just come out and transparently said, hey, look, we're ESPN. We like big numbers. Lane Kiffin gets big numbers, so we'd love Lane Kiffin to be on the sideline to give us an extra storyline. Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. 100%. Fair. But instead it's, you have, that where they really lost it was you took Nick Saban, the most serious of serious football coaches. The most serious of serious football coaches. Because
I didn't know it was election day, Nick Saban.
Yeah. Yeah. You take that guy and go, well, I mean, I understand. Yet, Nick, you would never have left your playoff team before the playoffs.
Not a chance in hell.
You would have literally had to stop having a pulse to do it. So shut the F up. I mean, what a fraud. But that's the same guy who's, I didn't know that we bought Jamarcus Russell. Okay, sure. I mean, plausible deniability and all, sure. Come on. But that's where ESPN was. I think they were beginning to take they weren't beginning to take. They were taking a massive credibility hit. And so, obviously, they said, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to ask real questions. And Lane got wind of that and found out it wasn't going to be a Pat McAfee special. And by the way, Pat doesn't get to push back now. You don't get to do the little thing that you did on the show and then come back and go, I'm going to ask some hardcore questions. No, you've already sold. I'm in a real literal mood today. I'm just going to warn you. Like, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that, like, the people that are criticizing Notre Dame for not going to the bowl game, I'm not. I'm totally with them. Not because I think they got screwed. I don't. But when you make the playoffs everything, the teams that don't make the playoffs have no incentive to go to a bowl.
Yeah, we'll go there in a minute.
Yeah,
I don't want
I'm just saying. I mean, so when people do this, I don't know why we can't in media be honest. Just tell the truth. If you're Jeremiah Love, you're not going to go play in the Gator Bowl.
Can I counter?
Sure.
He's making a lot of money. And that when a playoff team or a team in the NFL gets eliminated from the playoffs, they don't just stop the season.
No, but that's still the season.
What's the difference? But what's the difference?
Would you advise Jeremiah Love to play in the Gator Bowl?
It's complicated.
Because I would tell him absolutely not.
I get that, but you're either part of the structure or you're not.
Yeah.
You don't like. This is kind of my point with the player thing. Like, you got all the power and credit to you, but at the end of the day, there is a damn structure for a reason.
But if it
then change the structure, just cancel the damn thing.
Well, I'm with you absolutely.
Then go in the start of the year. We're going to make the playoffs, or we're going to just not play.
Yes.
If you want to do that, great.
That's what pros do.
But if you do that at the end, you look like you look like a fraud.
But like, if the Bengals don't make the playoffs, they're not going to get the Bengals to go play an exhibition game against some team in January.
Well, my point is a bowl game, a regular season game. Once you're eliminated, is an exhibition game.
Yeah. Well, that's next.
The difference.
That's next.
Well, we were kind of getting there and stopped. 2020, 2021. We were kind of we were there. If you recall, Elijah Moore didn't play in the last game for Ole Miss. Kenny Yeboah.
Yeah.
Was that 2020? Yeah, 2020.
That was 2020.
Yeah, I get different.
That was
situation.
Such a weird year, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought they had a really bad PR day yesterday. Well, and here's the thing too: they're getting preferential treatment that is asinine next year. Did you see this?
No.
All right, Notre Dame has an MOU that if they are in the top 12 next year, they're automatically in the college football playoff.
Top 12 of?
The college football playoff rankings at the end of next season, meaning they cannot be one of the Power 4 teams bumped out for the group of 5. So if they finish 12th, somebody that finished 10th is going to get bumped out because Notre Dame gets a spot.
I was thankful that I was in the air yesterday and couldn't watch the show because I hate those shows, hate them with a passion. They don't need to be 3 hours. But anybody with a pulse could see what was coming. They have an incentive financially to protect the business. Alabama was not getting bumped out of the playoff.
And frankly, I don't think they should have.
But the point is that they weren't.
No.
You knew that. You also knew the ACC wasn't going over. The ACC was not going to get left out. Because if you leave the ACC out, the ACC is going to scream to the heavens, and they're a partner with ESPN. And North Carolina and the top ACC schools who have the ability to get out at that point would hit the nuclear button.
Yeah.
They're probably going to hit it anyway. That's the hard rumor in college football circles, is that that's coming soon because they've seen the writing on the wall. But you knew an ACC team was getting in. And then because of the way they have this thing structured with and frankly, there's no other word for it than DEI. We do this well, we must be equal and equitable. And so the way that the thing was structured, you knew that James Madison was getting in.
It was actually lack of foresight. They never imagined there would be 2 group of 5s better than all the ACC teams. It was never like
they're not better.
Well, what you should have done, frankly,
neither one of those teams would win the ACC.
I don't know how to do this. The structure should be your highest ranked team is guaranteed entry. Then Miami would just be in, and we wouldn't be having this conversation about conference champions.
Yeah. Or
there's a ton of structure that's off.
Or you could just go, we're going to take the top 12 teams. But then you get into then what do we do about this conference and this? It's just silly. And so you have a first round that, frankly, isn't super attractive.
No, you have one really good game
on Friday night.
Yes. You have another game that maybe. And
everyone here's excited about it, and you should be. But I don't know if the guy in Dubuque's really locked into Tulane Ole Miss unless it gets to the fourth quarter and it's close, and then he's cheering for Cinderella.
Well, Jeff Duncan said this morning it's an awesome matchup for Tulane because pride was going to really carry them this time because they got beat so bad back in September.
I can't deal with homers.
I
can't. I just ignore homers. I completely ignore homers. They've steered into I'm the home. I want everybody who.
By the way, congrats to Will. We know Will, new Tulane head coach.
Yeah, that's great for him. But the other one, James Madison. Who's James Madison play?
Oregon. No, 20.5 on the line on that.
No one's watching that.
Yeah, Ole Miss favored by 17.5. James Madison a 20.5 point underdog.
And then what's the other one?
Oklahoma, Alabama.
But that's Friday night. What's the other Saturday game?
Alabama. That's when I was actually talking about 11 o'clock. Miami A&M. It's a good game.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't put that one at night.
Coming out of game day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's on ABC.
Yeah, 11 a.m. ABC coming out of game day.
And that's a good game. People will watch that. That's an attractive game.
I guess it's coming out on the ABC. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure. I don't know. I'll look for that in a second.
But I mean, that's your lineup. And instead of having far more interesting games, because people would much rather see Notre Dame in the playoff than James Madison, for example.
Of course, yeah.
I don't know who's the other team that would get left out who's the other team that would go in if you took Tulane out.
It'd be Vandy or Texas.
Yeah, people would much rather see
or
Texas.
BYU.
Yeah, people would much rather see Texas or Vanderbilt with a kid who might win the Heisman in a playoff instead of Tulane. I mean, just reality. Neither Tulane nor James Madison would go win the ACC. They would lose games.
Yes, so Miami, Texas A&M, 11 a.m. on the 20th. First of a triple header, ABC, ESPN. A&M's favored by 4 over Miami. Winner plays Ohio State. Tulane, Ole Miss, 17.5 on a line on this game. And it's on TNT, HBO Max, True, whatever, 2:30 on the 20th.
Yeah.
Alabama's a 1.5 point favorite on the road in Norman.
Okay.
ABC, ESPN night game on Friday night.
Yeah.
And then it is a Saturday night game on TNT with Oregon and James Madison.
And the NFL will probably have
20.5.
NFL will probably go up against that game on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You'll lose, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a blowout.
Alabama, Oklahoma will get a big number.
I mean, Oregon has got a pretty good path here. Yeah, the 5 seed is really rewarded here from a path standpoint.
They get Texas Tech if they win.
Yeah. And then your Alabama, Oklahoma, Indiana.
My biggest complaint with the seeding,
and
it's really the only one I have, other than the James Madison stuff, which I think is ridiculous, but I've surrendered. That's just where we are as a society right now. So Georgia wins the SEC, goes up. They didn't go undefeated. They lost a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I was okay. I mean, I thought they were going to move them to 2, but I was okay.
Yeah. Sankey clearly spent his bullets on
Alabama. Here's what the one compliment I will give the committee is I don't like bracket manipulation to avoid rematches simply because it screws somebody.
Yeah, no.
Like, if you were trying to avoid the Ole Miss rematch, you potentially move Ole Miss into the 7, which would have been patently unfair.
Yeah, they don't do that
at that point.
They don't do that in the NFL.
Just play again.
If the Bengals and Steelers play each other in week 17, they'll just play the next week if that's the way it happens. If that's the way the bracket falls.
It's seriously happened recently, but I think with the Ravens and the Bengals, where they played a game that was meaningless, knowing they were playing again the very next week.
Yeah.
And they just kind of went through the motions and said, we'll do this again for real later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, the committee for the overwhelming part just follows that damn formula. Very little is outside of that. And what is like I said, I if you understand, and people do, I know I'm preaching to the choir, the structure of these championship games, you just cannot punish a championship game loser or it all falls apart at that moment. Like, they will quit.
Yeah.
So if you want the game, now look, you can decide whether you want the games.
Right.
But if you want the games, you cannot punish them.
It's an if-then thing.
It can only be an improvement.
Yes. If you want the conference championship games to continue, then you must prove that you're not going to punish the losers.
That's it.
That's it. Otherwise, the Senate structure falls apart. Because if you punish the loser, everyone else in Destin is going to look at Sankey and go, we're not doing it. Not going.
Yeah, not a chance.
Not playing our guys. We're going to make the committee acknowledge that we didn't play any of our starters. We're going to turn it into a preseason exhibition game, Greg.
Yeah, so your call.
If you want it to matter.
Yes.
And the league, people have asked me, well, why won't the league get rid of the game?
Money.
It makes so much money. It makes so much money.
Well, and it's only an opportunity to advance. If you know the committee is not going to hurt you. Had Alabama won and done to Georgia what Georgia did to them, they would have been the 4 seed on Sunday. That would have been a horrible result for Oregon and Ole Miss and some of those teams.
Yeah, Georgia would have been the 5, and then everyone would have bumped down 1. Yeah, for sure. No, they incentivized, but that was proof for the people who think that the league's going to cancel the SEC championship game. No, it's not. It makes way too much money. Is there a world where it becomes some play-in doubleheader or something? Maybe. But look, at the end of the day, the league loves the championship because it's if you've never been to it, you don't understand how corporate it is. I mean, they're making a ton of free money off of it, and in this era, I defend the league. When you make everything about money, you cannot be upset when someone goes, "I'm not giving up a huge payday." You can't turn around. You can't have it both ways.
I did really find it humorous from a Notre Dame standpoint. Look, I think Notre Dame's one of the best 10 teams in the country, probably way higher than that. I think they deserve to get in. I did laugh a little bit, though, on the standpoint of, hey, we need our week 1 game to not count because we weren't prepared yet. But Alabama lost to Florida State in week 1. It's like, well, hold on.
Right.
That doesn't work both ways. You can't do that. Because you're right, your team is way better now, and you won 10 in a row, and the whole deal. But Alabama has the best win and maybe the second best win out of that group. So it is what it is.
And if you're Texas today, you're saying, why did we play Ohio State? We'd have been better off playing Abilene Christian.
I think they still would be where they were, but yeah, it would be closer.
You'd have a different number, have a different argument.
Yeah. That Florida loss probably would have kept them out anyway. Because Vandy's struggling in much the same way right now. But you would allow the Longhorn to maybe matter. We'll see. I don't know.
Do I get to do my I told you so on 10-2? I told you so.
There's a lot of 10-2.
I got a lot of pushback over the football season, and I get most everything wrong. So when I do get one right, I'm gonna claim it. 10-2 didn't automatically get you in the playoff.
Somebody says BYU was punished. They were, but
they played like absolute.
Well, it's that they didn't beat anybody else.
They didn't have anything on their resume.
Their wins this season are Portland State, Stanford, East Carolina, Colorado, West Virginia, Arizona, I guess Utah. Okay.
Yeah, but Utah was not great.
TCU, Cincinnati, UCF.
There's nothing there. You have wins over Utah and Cincinnati.
And Iowa State.
They lost 5 games.
Yeah, I mean. So,
I mean, that's Vanderbilt's problem. Vanderbilt had a good season, but they don't have a lot of great wins.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Losses were great, good losses, Alabama and Texas.
but they don't have a lot of great wins. Tennessee's
No, Ole Miss is 6 right now because they beat Oklahoma and Tulane.
yeah. But the win in Norman was huge.
It was.
And had Ole Miss lost to Mississippi State, they weren't getting in.
No. They would have tumbled.
They had to get to 11-1 to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll be back in a second. First, NE Spark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available, where you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends. They offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. To learn more, register for service. That's nespark.com. NeSpark, get connected, stay local.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, South Haven, Memphis, those areas, call Southern 662-429-4429. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families. If you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016, Lapel's takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters and everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery to make life easier. Just call 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across from the Mark Condominiums. I mentioned Rebels 24/7 or MPW Digital. Get 50% off your first order. Trust Lapels to keep you looking your best. We're brought to you by ENT Physicians of North Mississippi. As the largest private ENT practice in the state, their goal is simple: delivering fast, expert, and comprehensive care for patients of all ages with ENT, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, and voice-related needs. With same-day or next-day appointments with ENT urgent care for that annoying cough or sore throat, in-office CT scans, same-day allergy testing, and access to their comprehensive audiology team, offering a full range of services from hearing aids and custom hearing protection to potential surgical options. ENT Physicians of North Mississippi are committed to removing barriers to care. They now have new locations in New Albany and Starkville, in addition to Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com or call 662-844-6513. I'll have 10 thoughts to you later today. They'll be brought to you by Andrew Seago Wealth Management. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with a personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Seago Wealth Management specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting. See what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com. And it's, what do we have, 17 days till Christmas? Still got a couple of weeks of shopping left. If you have jewelry on your list, stop by Arnett's Fine Jewelry. It's a fourth-generation jeweler located in the old Lamons building on North Lamar Avenue in Oxford. Whatever you're looking for in terms of gifts for the holidays that involve jewelry, they got you taken care of. Stackable diamonds, genuine stone bands, pearls, color stones, diamond jewelry, flexible bangles, diamond pendants, earrings, and much more at Arnett's. They want to be your jeweler.
Podcast is brought to you by Chicory Market, chicorymarket.com, JohnstoneCreamery.com. John Stone Creamery located inside Chicory Market. They've got a couple supper clubs coming up. Those were fantastic all fall long. One the night before the playoff game, the Friday night there, December 19th. You can see more information there. Just go to events when you go to chicorymarket.com. Also, New Year's Eve. I know that's going to be a little more complicated one, but if you know you're going to be in town, great way to take advantage and avoid the hustle and bustle and all the people and all the stuff down on the square. You can do that because they're located on North Lamar. Park in the parking lot, head on in, and get a great meal with those two things. Also, Grove Catering, Christmas catering, a lot of options for you. Again, chicorymarket.com. Yeah, no, BYU wouldn't have been in had they not played. They were 11. 11 gets left out. You got to be 10 or better. That's where that was. So yes, they did fall and they were punished in that way, but no, they were out if conference weekend did not.
They were in if they won. They did play a playoff game.
They did.
Had they won, they would have advanced.
Yeah. So we'll back up again. Golding yesterday, trying to think of any news. He made very clear he disputed Lane's comments regarding coaches staying for the playoffs. Said from the beginning, Charlie Weiss had made clear that he was going to stay for the playoffs and coach it. And I thought maybe the most interesting sentence of the 30-minute press conference, 27, 28,
20,
talked for a while.
26, 27 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, he's done a good job with some media training last week. Very few rights, very few placeholders. He was on message.
Yeah.
In his own voice. He intimated, and I guess I sensed this in trying to cover and source it the last week, is that they are going to give Charlie Weiss a lot of time to make this decision, that they are not going to force Charlie into deciding. He is definitely the incumbent. And if he wants to remain Ole Miss's offensive coordinator, he has the ability to do that as they move forward. I know they met a couple days ago. I'm assuming that we're still playing it out is what came from that meeting. And we'll see where that goes there. Otherwise, they're trying to keep all the staff they can. They felt pretty good about the defensive staff. I was told yesterday that Jake Schoonover is coming back as well, full-time, staying special teams coordinator for Ole Miss. So trying to get things moved in that direction. I mean, Pete was pretty funny multiple times yesterday, but he said first thing he did was get up and try to keep people off a plane when he was told that he was going to be the coach there on Monday. Videos up, quick hits are up from his press conference. Again, just kind of reiterating that he's the anti-Lane. He never said Lane's name, I don't think.
He did not.
Yesterday.
He did not.
He referred to other regimes. He took multiple.
He referenced Lane on multiple occasions without saying Lane's name. He
took swipes at pickleball and hot yoga.
He did.
And dressing differently.
Tweeting.
Because I think Pete's only going to retweet some Ole Miss stuff and tweet some Sharks occasionally.
Well,
I think that's about all he's doing.
Here's the other thing he did, and he's right. And you and I both have written this just about different people. And I think both columns were accurate, yours and mine. You focused on Chambliss. I focused on Lacey. It's tit for tat. You can exchange them if you'd like. It doesn't matter. The point is, and Pete clearly agrees with it, and he referred to the last month and a half, which I was like, yeah, I feel you, man. Like, get it.
He did.
The focus has been on bullshit.
Which is what he said.
And he's right.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that is not Lane's fault because the media is obsessed with Lane Kiffin for all the reasons that we just referenced. Isn't he funny? Hot yoga. Except you find out that he doesn't really even do hot yoga. He just goes in there and acts like a moron. I mean,
yes.
You can text me again, Lane, if you like. I mean, whatever.
It's ironic. He had more contact now than at any point during 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
There is irony there.
I got more text in 2 weeks than I got in 6 years. Yeah. I have an eyewitness on at least one of the yoga classes, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
No, he's I don't have the verbatim quote in front of me, but basically he said a lot of our players have not gotten up for accolades or gotten the recognition because we were dealing with a bunch of shit. That's basically what he said. The wrong shit. I mean, that's what he said.
You think it's Trinidad. I think it's Kewan. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to get into that.
Either way,
I personally believe Kewan Lacey should be in New York. I don't think he should win the Heisman, but I think he should have been in the mix for the Heisman.
And I think from traditional numbers, Trinidad Chambliss on an 11-1 team should be in New York.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
I'm not going to fight you on it.
Frankly, them both being so close is probably hurting both of them.
But the fact that no one talks about either of them, and it's all about Lane Kiffin, was Pete's point. I mean, you have a team like. We should probably be talking about Will Eccles' season more than we have. We probably should talk about the offensive line that went from, in early August, that did not look like a very good unit, to one that's pretty good. It's not great.
Lucas Cornero's second in the SEC in points.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, behind Kewan.
Yeah, that's it. Number 1, number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
I tell you what.
The point is that people like you and me even have been so not obsessed. We've just had to cover it. This whole Kiffin thing, that you really don't even talk about the people that got them actually to 11-1 and in the playoffs.
Well, look, there isn't enough media training in the world to make me not be able to feel safe to say that Pete Golding's got some thoughts on Lane Kiffin as a person and as a human, and I don't know that he did a lot to hide those yesterday. There was clear frustration, disdain coming off of that man as he was discussing the, as he said, shit that's been going on in the building for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do wonder, like, how good would this team have been had they just been focused? Had they not been having to overcome the distraction? Like, would they be even better? I don't know. This has been going on for a while. The truth is, this has been going on longer than we knew it was going on. And if we now know it, then you know Pete and them knew it. This started in September.
Pete's messaging was really good from a standpoint of continuation, not changes. He referenced Alabama and playoff runs multiple times, not being scared of brackets, setting expectations for the program moving forward.
Yeah.
Had the little anecdote about he told the players they could go pop a bunch of balloons if they wanted to, but they're in, so why? Why are we having a watch party about something we know?
And you pretty much knew exactly where you were going to be.
Yeah.
If Georgia won the game, you were going to be the 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Georgia won the game, and so you were the 6. Had Georgia lost the game, you were probably going to be the 7. You sort of knew. No, look, I mean, first, from an Ole Miss standpoint, the committee did not let the Kiffin thing impact them at all, which is good. They shouldn't. So kudos to the committee for doing the right thing. And then, frankly, I mean, once you – it's like any other playoff, whether you're watching NFL or Major League Baseball or the NFL or NBA or anything else, right? Or the college basketball tournament. The further you go, the harder the teams are going to be that you play. Is how it works.
Because they're hot too. They won 2.
Yeah, if you get to the Sweet 16, the team that you played, they've won 2 tournament games also.
Yeah.
As a rule.
Yeah.
Like literally every time.
Uh-huh.
If you get to the Final Four, you're playing a team that's won 4 tournament games in a row. So they're hot. And you're hot. So it's going to be a good game, probably. And so that's kind of where we are. I mean, look, if Ole Miss is going to advance, you were going to have to play a good team. You were going to have to play either Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, or Texas Tech. That's just the way it worked. And you can argue Texas Tech would be an easier opponent than Georgia, and I'd probably agree with you. But at some point, you're going to have to play a good team. If you want to win the title, you're going to have to beat good teams. Just the way it works. And so, the fact that you get Georgia, frankly, in some ways, you play a team that you're like, well,
we had a 9-point lead at their place
in the fourth quarter. We didn't finish it. We couldn't stop them. But here you go. I mean, I think Pete also knows you want to bug Lane Kiffin the next month. Win.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I mean, every time you get a dub.
You go spend 4 days in New Orleans. All the Louisiana media is down there doing stories on Georgia and Ole Miss. That's going to bug Lane Kiffin.
Oh, he'll find some way to.
Well, he will, but I mean, now he knows if he wants to get on game day, he's got to answer questions. So now, my gut feeling is he won't be on game day. Because I think the people advising him are going to say, hey, look, they're going to ask. They have to ask. I mean, the only one that's going to protect you on that stage is the guy that fired you the week of a championship game. I mean, there's nobody else that's going to be able to protect you on the show. So if you, you can tweet to your heart's content, but if you want to be relevant, you've got to be on the show.
Turkey, I did not interpret that way. He said that when Pete was talking about the offense and not changing systems, he meant for the playoffs. No, he meant period.
He meant
He
period.
does not want to alter the current offense setup that Ole Miss runs from a scheme standpoint.
What he said was, when you're having success, you're having success because of scheme and ability. You want to
Continuity of
you want to
scheme.
attract players to that scheme. And no, I think he, and then this is the part that where Lane does deserve a lot of credit. Lane did install a consistent schematics over the last 5-6 years that worked. And so why would you change it? Why would you flip that script? I mean, if you're trying to keep Charlie Weiss Jr., and I think they are, it's for continuity of scheme.
Correct. Yeah, he was asked, what kind of offense do you want? And he said one that scores points.
Yeah, no, I mean, his philosophy of winning is you recruit really good players, you put them in the NFL, and then you recruit more really good players who can who can play in the NFL. You get really good coaches. You get really good young coaches to work under those really good coaches, and when the good coaches leave, the young coaches promote. That's his system. It's clear. It's what he's going to try to do. We'll obviously see whether he can be successful or not. But in terms of the blueprint for what he wants to do, it's not complicated, and he laid it out.
I've heard nothing but positives on Austin Thomas joining Ole Miss. Timeline, I don't know. I know he had a little bit of a weird wrinkle because Lane dismissed him from the football staff, but he's not an employee of the football staff. He's an employee of the athletics department because he's an assistant AD. So in theory, that's just being reassigned.
Yeah.
Where that went from there and what that looks like got a little hazy for a couple days. I don't know.
He's one of Sexton's preferred clients. It will all work out. He will get to do what he wants to do. It's just this might be a little bit of a measuring contest for a minute. Leaving a word out for context.
It's a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure on Matt McLaughlin and Walker Jones handling all those roles in this interim when player retention is so important.
Yeah.
And all those different things.
And I can tell you, without getting into any details at all, that they have worked quite a bit on player retention over the last couple of weeks.
Correct.
They've gotten a lot of that done behind the scenes quietly. And so I think Pete's point is, with the current calendar, you have some time for Charlie to make a decision. Let Charlie make a decision. If he wants to be here, he'll figure out a way. If he doesn't, he won't. And they'll go from there. I mean,
and Ole Miss will use the resources necessary to keep him, should that be the hope.
Yeah.
Or the want.
Yeah.
To your point, yes, we know now that Ole Miss, if they win, they will play Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, January 1st, 7:00. You've got the Cotton Bowl on that night before, the 31st.
Yep.
And then you have 3 games on that day. The Orange Bowl is early. It's at 11 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. You have Rose Bowl. They're traditional, so you get the fourth quarter sunset and all the bull crap.
Sure.
And then the Sugar Bowl there at 7 that night. That's the schedule for that. And if Ole Miss were to then beat Georgia, they would advance to the semifinals to face likely Ohio State, unless Ohio State is upset in the quarters. It would be Ohio State, Miami, or Texas A&M in the Fiesta Bowl, not the Peach.
Oh,
the Fiesta Bowl in the semis.
I have not heard anything about Lacey Tate, so I don't read into that. I'm not being cryptic. I really hate the cryptic stuff, so I'm not going to do that. I've just heard that they've made progress on a lot of players. I only know of one specific player.
Okay.
But I don't ask a lot of those questions.
Well, it's the strategy you have for yourself if you're Ole Miss, is that you get first crack at them, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you get the ability to show that we have paid on time and you know you're going to get exactly what you're going to get, and you're trying to some level, discredit the poachers who come in and offer a ton of money but don't give a system on exactly what that looks like and how that works.
Right.
And I thought it was huge for Ole Miss that they had Trinidad Chambliss in a national AT&T commercial on Saturday. That's proof of concept. That's proof that you're one of your best players can be in that national environment from an advertising standpoint. That's a credit to Ole Miss, credit to Learfield, who I know helped set that up to some degree. There's no doubt about that.
And I got questions about, well, what if he transfers? Would that be a bad look? No, I mean, hell, the whole look. I have learned, Chase, this is an unpopular opinion. Every player is a free agent if he wants to be. Literally, every single one. So I no, is it a bad look if you have a player that goes free agent and goes somewhere else? No. Just means you couldn't get a deal done, or chose not to get a deal done, or the player didn't want to get a deal done. That's all it means. The whole, well, what does it look like for our program? Nothing. What does it look like for the programs that lose players to Ole Miss? I mean, everyone's a free agent. If you have that much player mobility allowed, there's going to be volatile mobility. If every single NFL player were a free agent at the end of the season, you would see an absolute load of mobility. It would be crazy. If every Major League Baseball player was a free agent at the end of every season, you would have a difficult time keeping up with who's on what team, which is exactly what's happened to college sports.
Right. There will be plenty of times starting next season, just like this season, where you look up and go, wow, that guy's there. Interesting.
Well, I mean, for example, I covered a basketball game on Saturday night. A.J. Storr was playing for Ole Miss. He started his career at St. John's. He's been to two other places between then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was this kid, he actually got warned by security because he was being pretty profane at AJ. And I was like, God, that's weird. They've picked him out. And then I remembered, oh, he started here. That's right. It was a long time ago.
Oh, still a grudge.
I mean, I guess they were just kind of going after him. You know, but I mean, the point was, if those are the rules where everyone's a free agent, well, then everyone's a free agent, including Trinidad Chambliss if he gets an extra year.
Yeah. And we don't have a decision on that yet.
Not that I'm aware of.
Correct. Take a break. Be right back in a second. First, tell you about the Jackson Graber Group with GMFS Mortgage. John Graber, locally in Oxford, your local trusted mortgage lender. Help all home buyers with first home, new construction, refinancing. Graduate from Oxford High, Ole Miss alum, local in-house processing, underwriting, servicing, and construction. Also, some great condo financing options. That's the difficult thing sometimes here in Oxford and Mississippi. So, condo financing, give John a call. You can do that at 662-762-4502 or gmfsmortgage.com/JGG.
The College Corner has all of the playoff gear in. They got that in yesterday. So if you want your college football playoff Ole Miss branded gear, they've got it at the College Corner. 2 locations in the Jackson area, one in Ridgeland, one in Flowood, and obviously one here in Oxford on Sisk Avenue in the Oxford Commons. And you can also go to collegecornerstore.com. We're brought to you by Kaiser Flooring. You can kick up the cozy in your home this season with new floors from Kaiser Flooring, certified installers. They're proud to offer a wide range of options, including heated tile. Here's the big thing to know about them. Not only is their product fantastic, which is obviously very, very important, but they're phenomenal at communication, at scheduling, at being there when they tell you they're going to be there, telling you how long they think it's going to take, and it being a pretty good estimate where you can plan. They're phenomenal at that. Again, the communication is just outstanding. They do great work at Kaiser Flooring. You can take my word for it. They completely renovated our upstairs. They have locations in Oxford or Batesville. You can learn more at kaiserflooring.com. Remind me to tell you about Oxford Park Commission. I'll get you the details, but you can sign up now for basketball. I think you have a couple of weeks left for that. You can go to their website account. You sign up through your OPC website. You can also go to either one of their locations here in Oxford and sign up for the coming basketball season. It'll be January, obviously, before you know it. It's holiday time. Sometimes you just got to unwind from all this stuff, man, and people just get so intense about who's playing in bowl games. Did you get screwed by the committee? Did you not get screwed? People get really worked up. They send texts because you criticized. Maybe you just felt like, I don't know, like, for example, you felt like you needed to take up for a dog that can't tweet for himself. can't defend himself on social media. And sometimes people get offended by that. They get worked up about it. They get upset about it. And my answer is, hey, pour a Coors, man. Just relax. Pour a Coors banquet beer. Because since 1873, Coors has been brewed in the same tradition of the original 150-year-old recipe. They didn't even have big stadiums back in 1873.
The Coliseum.
It was a big stadium. But not everybody had a Coliseum.
They did not.
I bet Denver didn't have big stadiums in 1873.
Polo Grounds a thing in 1873 with the big deep center field.
I don't think it was 1873.
Okay.
That's something to look into.
Okay.
I was in New York. I don't think the first Yankee Stadium was even built in 1873.
I don't think so.
Madison Square Garden wasn't built in 1873. But you know what was built in 1873? Coors. You couldn't go to the Garden to watch a game, but you could have a Coors. Crafted with 100% Rocky Mountain water. So when you're enjoying a banquet, you're drinking history. And sometimes I think it's important to acknowledge history. Look back on history. Learn from history. You can do that best by having a Coors banquet beer.
Almost like put me to sleep there. That was kind of impressive.
Oh, we're also brought to you by our friends at Argent Wealth. They're based in Ridgeland, Mississippi, but they've got clients in more than 20 states, man. I bet they got clients. I bet they got some in Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia. They provide detailed, specialized investment management, financial planning, retirement planning for individuals and businesses, and much, much more. At Argent, investing is treated like a commodity. Decisions are made using objective information and research, not emotions. To learn more about Argent Wealth, go to myargentwealth.com.
Podcast brought to you in part by, the firm. They sponsoring our internship program. Appreciate them always. Peyton was at the Ole Miss Notre Dame game the other night. Ole Miss knocked off Hannah Hidalgo and the Fighting Irish before struggling yesterday. Lost on a layup, 1 second left. But Kansas State yesterday during the Bill Snyder Classic. He even has a women's basketball event named after him there.
How about that?
Bill Snyder can do whatever he wants in Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah,
pretty popular dude there.
It's a big deal in the Little Apple.
It's very true. The firm, if you're home and auto insurance, keeps going up. Let them help you out. They're a proud Liberty Mutual and Safeco Insurance Agency partner, founded by Ole Miss alum Brian Hayden. They service the entire Southeastern Conference. Let their team of licensed professionals review your insurance needs and put together a coverage that protects you and your family without breaking the bank. Schedule a consultation, 662-236-1101 or staff at thefirmsouth.com. And podcast brought to you in part by Horn Legend, hornlegend.com. Just brought Neal some new goods over there to today. Hey, men's jackets. They have some awesome ones in. Tried one on a few days ago. It is, if you're a 4%er listening, great Christmas gifts, and you can pick up one for yourself. They have women's jackets and vests too. But the outerwear, huge addition that is fantastic. My favorite product so far. So again, select MPW Digital and the drop down. They've got some Grove Collective items in this, and then college football playoff gear as well, either there or coming. So again, that's hornlegend.com.
Polo Grounds, built in 1876, built in large part so that they could sell Coors.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Now, the original Polo Grounds was there for only until 1889 or something. They built another one, or the third one even, and then they had a fire that killed it 20 years later, and they had to rebuild again, I think.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's
Polo
accurate.
Grounds built very close to where the original Yankee Stadium is, I believe.
Oh, really?
I think it's in the same vicinity there in the Bronx.
So we'll play a game later in the week probably because we'll have some time to kill with trying to attach corporate sponsors to bowl games, because I don't recognize half of these. But from a other bowl standpoint, Neal mentioning they don't get the play they once did at all. Now here's a few matchups in that. The LA Bowl, Boise State and Washington. Okay. The Montgomery, Alabama kept their bowl game. Troy and Jacksonville State going to play. At least you get some local teams.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Do it. 9 p.m. start, Central.
TV.
ESPN.
I mean, listen, if you're up watching the fourth quarter of that game.
Tuesday, December 16th.
On December the 16th.
First game's on the 13th.
That might be a sign that you have a gambling addiction.
It's like college football. It's on.
We've
only got so many games left.
It's a gambling addiction.
We've only got so many games left. Got to watch them all.
It's a gambling addiction.
It's a great TV product in December when you got nothing else going on. It's just kind of in the background. I know you're wired differently.
Yeah.
You crack me up because, I mean, and I'm really mean this as a compliment. You're like, because of your lack of whatever, maybe the best ombudsman for college football and potentially the absolute worst, depending on the topic. Like, there's no 5.
No.
You're a 1 or a 10 on relevance to the conversation.
Well, like, for example, if we were to play the game, and maybe we'll play this game for real, like on a scale of 10
we'll go over them.
10 I wouldn't miss this for all the money in the world, and 1, you couldn't pay me to watch it. So far, we're at 1s.
Yeah. No, I know. Old Dominion in South Florida coming up, though, from Camping World Stadium.
A 1.
University of Louisiana plays Delaware in a bowl game.
1.
I'm not reading all these. Let me just scroll through.
See if you can find one that's not a 1.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Charles Huff, now the new head coach at Memphis.
He's very good.
This morning,
he'll do a good job.
Stayed in Hattiesburg 1 year. He's now at Memphis. Marshall 2 years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Memphis is a good job. That's a group.
Oh, no,
that's a good group of 5 job.
The last few coaches at Memphis have gone on to get good jobs.
Is it still a 1? But I do root now for Washington State and everything I play because they're getting screwed so bad just by the college football machine that I hope Washington State beats Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl coming up.
I'll never forget going to that game, and my cab driver had no idea there was a game in Boise that day.
There's that. So
they didn't even open the bathrooms in some of the parts of the stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Toledo lost their coach, Jason Candle, finally leaving.
Oh, where did he go?
Toledo. You know, we've been talking about Jason Candle for a long time.
Yeah.
It's one of our MAC guys. He is the new head coach at the University of Connecticut.
Is he?
Replaced Jim Mora Jr.
Interesting.
Yes.
Good for him.
Yes.
Well, when you see Jason Candle leave, when you see Matt Campbell leave Iowa State to go to Penn State, when you see this, you're not seeing the breakaway the way that you thought you would see it right away, but you are absolutely seeing the breakaway.
You're seeing changes.
The breakaway is happening.
I'm looking for SEC schools at this point. Penn State and Clemson are playing in a bowl game. Okay.
I mean, just because of brands, it's a 3.
It's at Yankee Stadium.
Well,
does that make it a 4?
Almost makes it a 4.
Okay.
What day is that game?
There's a lot of games that day. The 24th.
Oh, so Christmas Eve?
No, 26th. Sorry, 26th.
I mean, maybe you're bored the day after Christmas.
27th. That's a lot of games. We got stuff going on though. We're potentially
we will be
busy. Then.
We might be busy then.
If we're not busy, then we've got a whole different conversation we're having that week. At this point, UConn and Army, Georgia Tech, BYU.
I mean,
if you're just hanging around, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
there is nothing wrong with BYU, Georgia Tech.
It's fine.
That's like a 6.5. You're just hanging out.
I don't know about that.
You're just hanging out. It's a good game.
It's a solid 4.
I assume maybe you get to see Haynes King one more time. Like, it's all good.
Sure.
It's fine. Underrated player, by the way.
He is. Had a hell of a career.
Your boy Gabe is going to be at the Gator Bowl this year.
He won't be there.
Sorry.
No. He will not.
His staff will be at the Gator Bowl this year.
He will send someone the day before.
Virginia and Missouri. God, the Cavs blowing an overtime game to Duke. You were in the playoff, and now you're playing a Missouri team that won't give a crap in the Gator Bowl. Trust me, I watched Ole Miss there. I've got experience.
I was there.
Pete referenced the Gator Bowl like 6 times yesterday.
Well, I appreciate it.
Guys, this ain't the Gator Bowl.
No, because I was at the Gator Bowl last year. Let me just tell you, the list of people that cared about that game is a small one.
I assume he'll be sitting in a luxury box somewhere. Lane Kiffin's going to get a return to the Texas Bowl.
That is justice.
As LSU and Houston are going to play in the Texas Bowl coming up.
It's a game Houston could win.
Did you see Georgia Southern and App State, who are conference rivals? They are playing in a bowl game against each other because of how many 5 and 7 teams wouldn't take the bowl games and whatnot. Because Notre Dame declined, Iowa State declined because of Matt Campbell leaving. I was a little surprised Kansas State declined because I thought they might give Kleeman just like a going away kind of last retirement game, but they pulled out as well. And then a ton of 5 and 7 said no until got to those Bulldogs, and by God, they'll play in any bowl game ever, no matter what the record is. They are in.
Yeah. Well,
boy,
that's part of your thing to your fans. I mean,
yes. Pick us. It's like their 4th 5 and 7. I think.
Yeah.
They don't tout that streak anymore, though, right?
I don't know.
They used to tout the streak, and it's like, hey, it included a bunch of 5.
Who do they play?
I don't know. I'll get there in a moment.
Okay.
the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Because, that's the SEC weird tie-in. It's the Belk Bowl one year and then the Mayo Bowl the next. I think it alternates
Okay.
between those two games. Tennessee and Illinois. Josh Heupel, Burt playing.
I mean, that's
in
not
Nashville.
Bad. That's not bad.
That's good.
That's
good.
That's a 6.
Ooh. Can we get to an 8 on these bowls?
You're gonna have a hard time with me getting to an 8, but go for it.
USC TCU?
No.
Oh, I might have found it.
Okay.
This is going to get an 8.
All right.
Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
What used to be the Outback Bowl is now the ReliaQuest Bowl.
Okay.
The Iowa Hawkeyes. And the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Oh. Okay. That's good.
You're in now.
Yeah. Well, and I have a lot of respect for the way Clark handled their deal. He didn't play the victim card. He's like, hey, we had a couple of those games where if we could have just won one of them, we're in a different spot. And he's right. I mean, it sucks that 10-2 Vanderbilt doesn't get in. It sucks that as good of a story as Pavia is, that they're not in. They would be a great story. But, I mean, Clark's not wrong. Had they just won one of those 2 games, it was kind of like Ole Miss had the trip to Georgia and Oklahoma. We talked about it before. You got to get one of these. You can't lose them both. The resume's weak if you lose them both. We were right. And Clark's deal they're very similar. Had they just won one of those games, at Alabama, at Texas, they're in the tournament today.
Arizona State, Duke, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl in El Paso.
That's rough.
Michigan gets Texas. Citrus Bowl. Big helmets.
It's big helmets. It's a good brand, sure. What day is that?
December 31st.
So it's the day of a playoff. Yeah, sure.
It's at 3 o'clock. It's the lead-in on ABC.
Sure.
That's good TV scheduling.
Sure. That's smart.
ESPN's going with Nebraska, Utah for the lead-in.
Okay.
For the Las Vegas Bowl.
Yeah. I've been to that.
Been there. Bought the T-shirt.
Did not buy the T-shirt.
You did not buy a T-shirt?
But I was there.
Mississippi State is playing the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Whew.
In the Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, Duke's Mayo Bowl at 8 o'clock on January 2nd. So the day after the quarterfinals at 8 p.m.
I mean, honestly.
It's going head-to-head against Arizona SMU.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. The Holiday Bowl. God, at a bowl that's fallen.
Yeah.
There was a day where the Holiday Bowl would have been one of those BCS access-type candidates.
Yeah,
and
there was a lot of that was a New Year's Eve game for a long time.
Well, what it did is it showed you that the West Coast teams did not keep up their level of branding because it was kind of on par with citrus, peach, cotton.
Yeah,
and the SEC bowls just elevated.
Yeah,
Jake Dickert has done a phenomenal job at Wake Forest, by the way.
He has.
He's a really good coach.
Mississippi State and Wake Forest. Whew. Rough.
Wake will be kind of happy to be there.
Sure.
Well, I guess State will too. They said yes.
I mean, I guess.
Auburn said no.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some others said no.
It tells you something.
But look, it's the most, in 98.7% of circumstances, the thing that makes my eyes bleed is, no, this is great for the extra practices, guys. And you go,
no. That day's over.
No, it doesn't. No. This is not 1988.
Everybody's a free agent in literally days.
Even for playoff teams, there are going to be players taking official visits during the lead up to the semifinals.
Yes.
They're going to miss practice to take official visits, and they're going to be actual like guys who take snaps. Maybe not starters, but guys who take snaps.
Second unit guys.
Yeah, rotational guys.
Absolutely. 100%.
I mean, Lane talked about it last year with going into the Gator Bowl of, hey, that guy wasn't here. It was Kennedy. Kennedy had missed some days because he was off doing his visits.
Yeah. They were excused absences. Yeah.
It is what it is. Crazy world. But it is what it is. Podcast brought to you in part by G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area and offer medicine, food prescriptions, same time each month. Take care of you. One trip to the pharmacy, one delivery. You have everything you need when you need it with G&M. So again, that's 662-236-2222.
We're brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. Maybe you're starting to plan that summer vacation. Starting to think about, hey, I want this to be a special trip that creates a lifetime of unique memories. If that's the case, get in touch with John because he can definitely help you with that. Give him a budget. Hey, I got $6,000 for this trip. I've got $10,000 for this trip. That helps him a lot. Give him some parameters. He'll give you options that you're just not going to find on your own. 901-494-3387 or jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental's here to help you achieve your smile goals. So schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com. I'll have a mailbag to you on Wednesday. It's brought to you by my friend Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously, so call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email Art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com.
Podcast is brought to you by New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions. And for our Union County folks, NewAlbanyPharmacy.com. New website, great way to see what all they have to offer there. Michael and Lauren Warren, 662-539-7777. Family owned, excellent service, wide range of gifts for all ages, home decor, jewelry, and more. Tell them you heard about them from MPW Digital. Get 15% off any non-medical purchase. Their daughter handed me some cooking tallows. I was walking out of the ornament swap for third graders the other day. I get a chance to see that again. Great stocking stuffers, great items there. NewAlbanyPharmacy.com. A couple particulars about the game. I know everybody, if you have a season ticket package, you have the ability to get your tickets. You already know all that. They've sent emails, all those different things. The way the finances work, I did not know sort of how branding would go. I said that during yesterday's little reaction podcast I did. Tyler Jordan from Realtree came into the thread or into the stream and said that like Aflac can't put a logo on the field because it's a CFP event, that you cannot make that level of advertising money off of this. So be aware from that from a generic standpoint. I do think they have changed a lot. I've said this. I think they've changed a lot to give home field feeling to games. We've seen that in college baseball. I mean, back in June, Ole Miss, it felt like a home game. They played all the walk-up songs and all. And you could, as long as you played the music that you're playing for your game in all the games during those innings, you could still do your music too. So there's ways to do that. So I expect a normal show, if you will, from a home game on the 20th there for Ole Miss. From a revenue standpoint, so all ticket revenue goes to the CFP. That's why ticket prices are not just stupid on the primary market. Now they are on the secondary, God knows. But then athletics retains all the secondary kind of stuff, concessions, parking, whatever the Grove prices are for this one game. I have no idea. I haven't asked. And then I think they get $3 million in hosting stipend for hosting the game.
Okay.
That does not.
I want a $3 million stipend. That'd be so nice.
$3 million stipend sounds good, doesn't it?
I could go a long way with that.
The guess is they're going to make that Ole Miss will make about $3 million from this once all the stuff's paid. That's kind of the guess, is about $3 million on this. Yeah. By comparison, I think on average, Ole Miss went somewhere between 5 and 5.5 per game during the regular season.
Okay.
So less than that, but I mean, worth it in 1,000 different ways.
Yeah,
I mean, there's the money is secondary here.
This is not about the money.
It is not, for once.
Yeah.
Hey, we found it. We found the one thing that is not about the money.
Make some money though. You think Lee's going to make a little more money on December the 20th that he normally makes on December the 20th?
I saw the hotel folks have already got their business in order. Oh, boy.
I'm going to guess that the rates at the Graduate are a little more expensive on the 19th than they normally would be on December the 19th.
Oh, man. I bet they're sold out completely, don't you figure?
I would think.
Let's look. Let's select our dates. So we're going to get there on the 18th, you think? Is that what you want to do?
Sure.
When you want to leave? The 21st?
Yeah, I'm going to leave after the game.
Okay. It's checking for availability for my dates. It says limited availability. Book now before all rooms are sold out for these dates.
Yes.
Well, I'm not surprised by that.
Probably true.
It's still looking.
If you come on the 17th, you can go to the Alabama A&M Ole Miss basketball game that evening. 7 o'clock at the Pavilion.
There is no availability online for the graduate. The Hampton Inn, though, West.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, both Hampton Inns from like some third-party site. Rooms $789 and $794 a night.
Okay.
That's a lot for a Hampton.
That's a lot.
No offense, I'm a Hilton guy.
Yeah.
But
I needed to look into something. I just realized. I bet that's going to be difficult to do.
What are you trying to do?
I'll tell you after.
Okay. We need to go ahead and get all of our stuff in order, I guess, as well. So New Orleans on New Year's is a bit of a difficult ticket as well. And I saw where a lot of Ole Miss people are struggling because New Orleans, the cancellation date is before the Ole Miss Tulane game.
Oh.
So you're just living on a prayer.
Rolling the dice. We would be covered because they where the media stays.
Oh, yeah, we're fine. I'm not worried about that. But it's a different world because you're playing a team that brings a ton of media.
Yes.
We have not.
We're going to do ours this morning.
It's been Baylor and TCU. Or, I'm sorry, Baylor and Oklahoma State the past 2 times.
You think Georgia will take a lot of media?
I have a hunch. Just saying. Yeah. Did you kind of want to watch Georgia or Ohio State? Did you have just an internal preference?
I did not. I didn't.
I've never seen Ohio State play in person, so I kind of had that in my head.
I've seen them
just
in person.
For the heck of it. Ohio State's such an interesting team because, I mean, they have mutants playing wide receiver. They were so good at the skill player positions. I actually think they're slightly overrated because I don't like Julian Sayin.
Oh.
I think he limits them a little bit. Something has not allowed them to get the ball into their playmakers' hands because Indiana is one hell of a story, but that was sort of an inexcusable loss on Saturday if you're Ohio State.
Yeah.
I get the kid missed the kick, felt terrible for him. Just shanked it.
Yeah.
By the way, congrats to Gulfport winning the state championship on Saturday night on a Hail Mary on the last play of the game.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Tied it up 20-20 and then kicked the extra point.
To
win 2020.
That kicker was probably not thinking about the extra point, and then all of a sudden he's got, oh my God, the state championship's on my foot, and he drilled it. Good for him.
That probably felt like a 57-yard field goal in the moment.
And he missed it. It would have been.
I feel bad. Like who I get nervous for in those moments is the holder.
Because he wasn't even thinking about
Can
it.
we just get?
And now all of a sudden I've got to go catch the
ball.
ball.
Can we get the ball down right here?
Center.
Snap this.
There was a lot of people that in that moment weren't thinking about that moment. Then all of a sudden, oh my God, this is for the state title.
It was. Yes. And if we really screw it up, they could run it 2 back the other way, and we really have a problem right now. So yes.
That's not good.
You're struggling over there. Whatever.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
You'll know immediately.
Okay. That's fine. We'll hit basketball tomorrow. Yeah, do this as we close.
Okay.
It's 4th loss in a row. St. John's, Miami, Utah, Iowa.
Uh-huh.
Some okay losses, some not okay losses. What's the path for it to be okay? Whatever okay means.
What is okay? You're going to have to define okay. Make the tournament? Because anything not making the tournament's not
at least getting into a bubble situation where they have a chance to make the tournament. Because right now they're not even on the radar.
No. Can't lose another non-con. Probably got to go to NC. Probably got to go to Greensboro and beat NC State. And then realistically, you're going to have to win
10.
I was going to say 12.
Oh, really?
SEC games,
dude.
You've put yourself in a bad spot.
Not as bad as Kentucky.
No,
given expectations.
Kentucky's net is higher because they've played a much more difficult
I just
schedule.
mean what was expected.
Yes,
their fans thought they were the national title favorites. They do not seem to be at the moment.
I did think that they played a lot harder against St. John's. I wrote about this. I don't know if people read it. I need to go look at our analytics. I'm curious. For about 16 minutes, I thought these guys are about to get run off the floor. I'd watched Wednesday's practice, and literally everything that Chris Beard had warned his players about was coming to fruition. Every single thing. And it was like, man, this is bad. And then they got a couple of big plays. Malik Dia with a couple of big offensive boards. They pulled it to within 8. The second half, they did fall behind again, but they came roaring back. They cut it to 4. They just couldn't make shots. I think they were 2 for – I'll tell you, I still got it up. 2 for 16 from 3.
Oh, wow.
The 36.4% from the floor, 20 for 55. Took 16 threes, only made 2. And then, they were just not good. One for 8 in the first half from 3. They did make the free throws, went to the line 20 times, made 16. Had 20 turnovers. You can't win that way. Forced 20 turnovers. I thought defensively they played really, really well. Chris used the term courage, which I thought was right. I mean, the big kid for them, Zuby Ejiofor, really talented post player, very athletic, very good with his angles. He gave them problems, but they played him really hard. They never let him break them mentally. I thought Keza Jiffa was just terrific defensively on the perimeter. They did some things, but look, so to answer your question, and we'll talk about it more as the week goes on. Ole Miss doesn't play again until Saturday. Here's the thing, Chase. If they're serious about making the tournament, 2 things. 1, their shot selection early in games has to improve. 2, at some point, AJ Storr has to play like the guy that you paid him to play. I mean, he was one of their big acquisitions, and he's not giving them anything right now. And then 3, effort cannot be a issue ever again. Like, literally, you have no margin for error now. You open the conference play at Oklahoma. It's a winnable game. You need to win it. You get Arkansas here. In the second conference game, Arkansas just beat Louisville at home. Louisville's really good. So it tells you that Arkansas is certainly capable on a given night of being very good. You probably have to win that game. It's going to be tough. And he said this out loud. When he's having he says, I've always been able to take effort for granted, basically. I don't know that he used those exact words, but he's like, we got that taken care of in the summer, usually. And with this team, effort's still an issue. Now, I did not think effort was an issue for them against St. John's. I thought they played really hard. So the next step is you have to play well.
Correct.
The frustration for him is that in some of these big early games, playing hard has been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
If this team's going to win, it's got to play hard. It's got to be very scrappy. And they did some of that against St. John's. By the way, great environment. I didn't know what to expect for a St. John's game in the Garden. It was terrific. There's something special about that building. It's just perfect. In some ways, you feel like you're in a high school gym, and in some ways, you feel like you're in an NBA arena. It kind of checks every single box.
Mm-hmm.
It was intimate and yet big, loud but not overbearing. It was. If you like basketball, the environment was fantastic.
Okay. Back tomorrow with another edition of the show, Rebels 24/7. In the meantime, ton of content, including from New York, Neal, St. John's, tons of CFP stuff yesterday. Put up snap counts this morning, which was pretty illuminating in a couple different ways. I want to talk about that probably tomorrow as well. So all that up. We don't have another media up until Thursday, but we're back with you, tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So take care, and we'll talk to you then.